Shoot. What you got? Thomas Lee. We're going to Super Bowl? Defense played awesome today. What's up, Kevin? Yeah, defense played great. It does help that Blake Bortles is terrible, but defense looked good, man. Good pressure. I love our linebackers. I'm not even missing Sean Lee at all. If Sean Lee leaves and never comes back to Dallas, I love Sean Lee. But if he leaves, I don't even care. Defense looks great. To the Redskins, well, we played terrible on the road, so I don't know. It's going to be a tough game. I don't think it's going to be a gimme. I don't know when Lee's playing. Honestly, I hope that they let him get healthy. Let him get 100%. Keep Van Der Esch and keep Jalen Smith is a monster. Keep those guys starting right now. I wouldn't even mess with that right now. Keep Lee. He can come in and spell, but I wouldn't bring him in to start. What up, Thomas? Yeah, Jalen Smith is a monster. That dude is fast and he hits hard. I love Jalen Smith. What's up with Jeff Heath with his big pick? Defense looked awesome. I agree with you about Van Der Esch. I don't know so much about Lee. Do you miss Lee? Our defense isn't missing Lee. I like Sean Lee, man, but he's too much of a liability, and I'm tired of every time he makes a tackle holding my breath like, oh, no, is he hurt? I'm tired of that feeling, man. If we move on from him, I won't care. And I'll say the same thing about David Irving. If we move on from David Irving and Randy Gregory, I don't care. They're too much of a headache to deal with. Great when they're on the field, but they're too much of a headache. Linebacker coach, I think he still wants to play. He's got a couple of good years left in him. I mean, you have to understand that he's not going to play an entire season. So if you're good for 10 to 14 games a year, Sean Lee's got a good 3-4 seasons left in him. I don't think he wants to, like Kellen Moore. We basically forced him. We basically told him, hey, you're not going to get a backup quarterback job at any other team. So you need to take this quarterback coaching job and set yourself up for a head coaching job 10 years from now. Because mark my words, he will be a head coach at one point. Astor's 4-2. Are you saying our record? 4-2 after next week. 4-3. And I do want to point something out. Remember 3 weeks ago when all the wide receivers were getting a lot of flack for not getting open, and Cole Beasley said, oh, I got you. Astros, not Astors. Okay. And Cole Beasley said, We are open. Can't sleep and watch them. It doesn't matter how Washington looks because they always play us tough. Bryce Butler is trash, man. I don't like Bryce Butler. I would. So people were complaining about Allen Hurns today. I would rather play Deontay Thompson than Bryce Butler. I've never been big on Bryce Butler. Disappoints me a lot. I don't know why he's not playing. I'm going to guess because he's not good, but I don't know. But yeah, Washington always plays us tough, man. It doesn't matter what the records are. Always play us tough. I kind of hate that this first game is in DC. No, Dez ain't coming back. I would not be surprised if Dez goes to Jacksonville. They are hurting bad at wide receiver. I mean, they're hurting at quarterback too, and running back. They're hurt. Their offense is just anemic, terrible. I actually felt bad for some of those defensive players, man, because they didn't play terrible. I mean, they had a couple blown coverages, but they play hard all the way through, and their offense isn't giving them any hope at all. No, Dez isn't coming back. Dez is gone. Dez better go to – I hope Dez goes to New Orleans. Yeah, what? So here's the deal, man. You can't – I mean, Denver did the same thing with Tim Tebow, right? Tim Tebow took him to the AFC Championship game, and then he was cut the next year, right? And that's almost like – because he didn't even play bad in the AFC Championship against the Pats. Blake Bortles actually played decent. He didn't lose them the game. I don't know. Yeah, I think they should have got somebody in there that could at least challenge him for that starting role. He's it's like sometimes he looks like, okay, maybe he isn't that bad, and then sometimes he looks really bad. That's turd. Let me see. All you Dak haters, what happened? All of a sudden, Dak still sucks. I told you guys. You guys all make me sick already. Shut up about Dak because you all suck. No, Dak still sucks. Let me read you his stat line. 17 of 27, 183 yards, 2 touchdowns. Kind of disappointing. If you want to count his 11 carries, I'm not a fan of running quarterbacks. I hate running quarterbacks. With the exception of Russell Wilson, who else? I mean, 11 carries for 82 yards? You're a quarterback. Can you not throw? I don't like that. I'm not a fan of that. We're not going to go anywhere like that. Who do I think that win the NFC East? Philly. Unless we can figure out something. Yeah, I have to say Philly. I mean, they're the defending champs. And they really haven't lost much. I thought they were going to get LaShawn McCoy back. That would have been scary. Yeah, McKinney, Purdy, Dak still sucks. You think because he won this game, you think he's all of a sudden Tom Brady or Drew Brees or Aaron Rodgers or Ben Roethlisberger or anybody else? He's not good, man. Our defense made it easy for our offense. Good win. Take the win. That's a good win. But, I mean, nothing's changed. We're still in a lot of trouble, man. That's what I'm talking about. If you watch my other videos, you know what I'm talking about when I say Cowboy fans. You get one win, and then all of a sudden, oh, my God, we're going to win the next 5 Super Bowls. Shut up. We haven't even won 2 games in a row yet. Shut the fuck up. Shut up. We beat Jacksonville, which, like I said, is a good win. But Jacksonville looked terrible last week. I thought they would look better this week, but they didn't. And we capitalized on it. But we haven't done shit. We haven't even won an away game yet. Oh, you Dak haters. Dak got to prove he can. Yeah, it's not even about consistently doing it. He can't throw from the pocket. How many did he miss from the pocket today? Every time he hit Cole Beasley, except for once, Cole Beasley was wide open. I could have hit Cole Beasley. Cole Beasley found gaps in their zone, and he was wide open, except for one time when he threw it over the top of the receiver, and then the one Gallup went up and got. I loved that. Like, that's what the type of Dez Bryant, like, give your receiver a chance. Normally, Dak doesn't do that. But every other time, Cole Beasley was wide open. Oh, what up, man? Adrian Romaine, what up? But, yeah, defense, lights out. Killed it. No issues. I don't expect Alex Smith to have a big week next week. So it shouldn't be too bad. They have a decent running game. Their defense is decent, but like I said, you can almost throw those out the window when we play each other because they always play us tough. Of course, Romo's Romo. If you tell me Romo ain't the best commentator in the game, Romo's awesome, man. He's funny. He's relevant. Home field advantage all the way through, right? We still have to win our division, and then we still have to finish with a better record. You think we're gonna finish with a better record than the Rams? Man, fuck McGregor. McGregor sucks. The biggest Dak hater on. Yeah, I do. I told you I hate Dak. Don't make excuses. What's my excuse? Dak's execution was good. He didn't even break 200 yards. Dak's not the best, but he showed that he ain't what you say he is. He didn't break 200 yards. Fuck what you talking about. Dak is trash, man. 11 carries for 82 yards. Get out of here, man. At least when Russell Wilson runs, he can throw for 300 yards at any given time. Dak can't do that. Yeah, I'm still a Dak hater. I'm still not a believer of Dak. I don't think he'll never be a pocket quarterback. At least Russell Wilson can throw from the pocket. Dak can't do it. Can't do it, won't do it. So this is what I'm talking about, man. Win one game and now, Super Bowl. Maybe it was the Conor McGregor luck, the luck of the Irish. That's why we won, huh? Now defense played great, man. If defense can play like that all year, I'll tell you what though. I'm worried about Ezekiel Elliott. He has been taking a pounding. So I started Jacksonville's defense today. Mistake. Dak doesn't have the coaches. Nope, he doesn't. No. I mean, we're finally winning at home. The only thing that's carrying this team is defense is fucking lights out, man. He's better at playing quarterback than you are at flapping him. Yeah, but guess who you're watching right now? McKinney, Purdy. You're watching me, biatch. Yeah, this defense is definitely carrying the team. Definitely. He threw for 180. Luckily, he was playing Blake Bortles. That's what I'm saying. If we play the Rams, you think this is going to win us? You think this is going to win a game against the Rams? 180 yards? You think that's going to beat the Rams? I don't think so. I think Jared Goff is going to put up 300 yards and 4 touchdowns. Like I said, the defense made it easy for our offense. We had short fields. We kept them scoreless. We got up by 10. Once we got up by 10, the game was pretty much in hand because Jacksonville, they're not that type of team. They can't come from behind. They have the same mentality that we do. They run the ball, and then why are you on my channel, bitch? Get off my motherfucking channel, bitch. We played New Orleans, Atlanta, Philly, LA. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Take the win, but come on, man. We played an anemic offense in Jacksonville. If we like New Orleans, you think Dak Prescott can keep pace with Drew Brees? No way. Can't happen. Yeah, Maher is a fucking beast, man. That dude does not miss. That dude's a beast. I like Maher. He's the truth, man. I miss Dan Bailey. I mean, I don't miss him. He was a longtime Cowboy, obviously, but yeah. I'm not a dad fan, but another receiver would give. Okay, if we had a receiver with a 10-foot wingspan, then maybe yes, but he needs to work on his accuracy, man. His accuracy is terrible. Terrible. He's best when he's hitting Cole Beasley wide open over the middle of the field. That's when he's best. But like I said, you or I could throw that ball. And I don't want to take anything away from Dak. He's finding the open receiver, but he's not. I mean, he's not Aaron Rodgers or Ben Roethlisberger. Like, he's not going to do that. The best we can do is try and beat the Redskins and go into the bye. 2-game win streak. Yeah, I don't even know. Let me see. Let's see what we got. So, yeah, we have the Redskins. Titans, I think we'll beat the Titans. And that's at home. Eagles, ugh. Falcons, ugh. Redskins, ugh. Saints, ugh. Oh, Jesus. All right, let me see. Because I've been waiting for Dak to play good so I can rub your ugly You want to rub my bald head? First of all, my bald head's not ugly. Second of all, why are you still on here? If you want to, if Mark Holmes is better, go talk to Mark Holmes. Go holler at him, and he don't even talk back to you guys. Anyways, I've never seen him. He don't talk to you guys. You guys are beneath him. So let's see. Redskins, close game. Titans a win. At Eagles, at Falcons, Redskins again. Saints, Eagles. Even that Colts game is going to be tough. Bucks. That's tough, man. That's tough. Listen here, girl. 4-game stretch. Yeah, that's gonna be tough, man. I'll tell you what. We're not beating New Orleans. That's not gonna happen. Not beat New Orleans. We're gonna lose one of those Eagles games. We may take one, but we're gonna lose one of those. Possible we could sweep the Redskins. Falcons is gonna be tough too, man. They're gonna put up a lot of points. We can beat all of them once we lock in. Romo targeted Winsley. Yeah, we don't have Romo or Witten. No, it's all right, man. I like it, man. McKinney Purdy. Good name, dude. We made the Jaguars into Pussycats. Yeah, but they made it. So did Kansas City, man. I don't know what happened to them. I don't know. They're done. If they can't figure out what's going on, they're done. Your defense cannot play the entire game with no offense. It just can't happen. I don't care who you are, even if you're Jacksonville. They have zero offense whatsoever. And I'm thinking Leonard Fournette being gone has a lot to do with that. And I think he's coming back soon, but he's been hurt his entire career, man. You're saying the coaching was suddenly good today, or Dak just didn't shit the bed? The 2000s Ravens had no offense. No, but how many Hall of Fame defenders did they have? 4? 4 people in the Hall of Fame on defense, right? Ray Lewis, Ed Reed. Yeah, they had, and I think they had 4 Hall of Famers on defense. And they did have offense. They had Jamal Lewis. Jamal Lewis was a 2,000-yard rusher. I don't believe in Redskins at all. I mean, yeah, but it doesn't matter. They always play. Yeah, they had Jamal Lewis on offense, man. They're offense. Jamal Lewis ran for 2,000 yards one of those years. And it may have been 2000. So their offense wasn't – they just had terrible quarterback. No, it wasn't even terrible quarterback play. He was just a game manager, man. He didn't lose them any games. But their defense was, Hall of Famers. Pro Bowlers and Hall of Famers. We're sweeping the Eagles. It's a division game, man. I like to consider those splits, but it's possible. It's possible. I mean, Eagles can be beat. They're not the Rams. I think they can be beat. I'm telling you who we're not going to beat. We're not going to beat the Saints. That's not going to happen. I think every other game is a winnable game. Titans, we should win that. Falcons are going to be tough too, man. I'm out of here. Go to Mark Home channel. Hey, peace out. Wentz is not Blake Bortles. No, he's not. Oh, what's up, Cowboy X Factor? Yeah, man. I think the only game that I don't see is winnable is that Saints game. I think we're going to lose that game, even if it's in Dallas. Cowboys need. Yeah, no, I agree. We need to win one on the road. We need to win. We need to prove that we can win one on the road. We will beat the Saints if Breeze gets. All right, Breeze hasn't been injured in 11 years. He's not going anywhere. Defense is a real deal. Yeah, our defense is sick, man. Hey, and I was saying before all you guys got in here, I'm fine with Sean Lee sitting on the bench. Like, let him get 100% healthy. Don't rush him back. We don't need to mess up anything on that defense right now. He can come in and spell Jalen Smith and Van Der Esch. Yeah, I don't think it matters, man. Saints are going to eat us alive, man. Drew Brees is going to guarantee throwing for over 300 yards. But yeah, Sean Lee. I love Sean Lee, but yeah. I would wait till he's 100. Let him sit out for the next 5 games. Or like I said, come in and run 30 or 40 defensive plays. He's going to be gone next year for sure, so at least we don't have to worry about him getting hurt. I see Randy Gregory today. Did you see Randy Gregory? That D-line, man. That D-line is going to be nasty. Yeah, Sean Lee will be gone next year for sure. I don't know how many more years we have him. Oh yeah, Breeze is amazing, man. Breeze is definitely a Hall of Famer, first ballot Hall of Famer. He's probably the third best quarterback in the league right now. Yeah, we will have a lot of money. David Irving not look good. Oh, look good. Yeah, man. Listen, I like David Irving. If we would have cut him in the preseason, I wouldn't even have been upset just because he's such a headache. But every time he's in the game, he looks good. But something always happens. Trade Sean Lee. I take a third rounder for Sean Lee. I don't think you're going to get much more than that. I'd be lucky if you get a third rounder. But I would trade Sean Lee in a heartbeat. What? Not better than Tom? No, Tom Brady number one, leaps and bounds above everybody, and then Aaron Rodgers, and then Drew Brees, and then Ben Roethlisberger. Yeah, she can be Sean Lee. Different next year. It's always it is. I think Rod Marinelli's finally got his defense, and you can Chris Richard too. But Rod Marinelli has always wanted this defense where he can. Our defensive line has been stacked. You know, we haven't had that in a long time, and he could just rotate guys in and out, and you're going to get pressure from all different positions on the D line. I seen Tyrone Crawford earning his $25 million today too. Sean Lee's close to our. Oh yeah. Sean Lee's done. Like I said, if even in the offseason, if we get rid of David Irving, man, I'm no sweat off my back, man. He's been such a headache. Because if Cowboys lose that game, I think it's gonna be tough to get Philly. Oh yeah, for sure. If we lose that game, the season itself is gonna be tough. Ron Leary out for season, torn ACL. Is that from today? I think we'll be fine. Offensive line. Don't say anything to me about offensive line, man. They played nasty. They were playing amazing today. Rodgers returning into the season. Brock Osweiler started today and won. Remember, and he threw for 395 yards, 4 touchdowns, 2 interceptions. I watched that game. He had like almost 400 yards passing. Yeah, I watched that game. That game was nasty. Almost 400 yards, 4 touchdowns, 2 picks. And he has a noodle arm, man. He has a noodle arm. Yeah, Zeke is a beast, man. I'm just telling you right now. Am I the only one? Zeke has been taking punishment this year. He's been taking a lot of hard hits this year. He took some today, and I was just like, man, unnecessary. We need to minimize how much he's getting hit. Dak still no 200 yards passing, no Beasley 100 yard receiving, Zeke 100 yards rushing. Yeah, I don't think we can. We're not going to beat good teams like that, man. People take Zeke and Cole Beasley out of the game, then what? I need more production from the quarterback. Great win. I don't want my quarterback running 11 times. I think that's a recipe for disaster if you do that. I don't care if he's 230 pounds. He did miss a couple of receivers today. He missed a couple passes today. High. O-line was lights out. Let's see what can happen. Yeah, the offensive line played. I honestly haven't had a problem with the offensive line since the Atlanta game last year. Yeah, I don't want my quarterback running 11 times. That's how you get your quarterback hurt. He is big, but for 3 seasons, you think he could take this punishment for 3 seasons? Running backs like that don't last long in the NFL, man. I'm telling you, they just don't. Those big bruisers don't last long. Guess we shall see, man. Those small little injuries start to take a toll on your running backs. Watch. I hope not, but can't take that, man. You got to avoid those hits. I think one of the toughest, hardest runners that I've seen was Adrian Peterson, and eventually took its toll on him. He needs to be a little more elusive and not take unnecessary hits because he takes a lot. 3 seasons, man. No, man, I'm not. Am I the only person that doesn't like Bryce Butler? He disappointed me, man. I'm not a Bryce fan. I'd rather see what Deontay Thompson can do. There's a reason they're not playing Bryce Butler. What that reason is, I don't know. I'm actually surprised Jacksonville didn't run more man, especially on Cole Beasley. good because I think Bryce Butler's trash. When you can't make Atlanta or the Arizona Cardinals team, and the only person they really have is Larry Fitzgerald. Nah, man, I'm not a fan, man. Keep him at number 5 or number 6, wherever he's at. I had hope for him when we first got him from Oakland, and then after a couple of games, I was just like, oh, this guy, man. I think Gallup showed some promise today. He had some get up and get him today. Hey, but like I said in my other video, don't get too high, man. It's a win against the Jacksonville Jaguars, not a division win. Obviously, we want all wins, but doesn't mean we're going to the Super Bowl. Still have to win a road game. Bring Dez in. Shadow. Oh, being a Dez, Shadow held it back. I don't think so, man. I think Dez tried to help that guy. McGregor needs to show up to all the games. I'll tell you what, they have McGregor and they have Khabib, and they should do like a halftime fight. That's what they should do. And then the loser gets ate by lions. I'm not a McGregor fan. I can't stand McGregor. I hate that dude. Not hate. I just don't like him. I don't like his arrogance. His loss was one of the happiest moments of my week that week. McGregor, you see him throw a football? I heard he was about to replace Dak. Just on Jalen Smith. Jalen Smith is amazing. Amazing. Jalen Smith is going to the Pro Bowl. He's fast. He hits hard. He's getting better every game, Jalen Smith. He's taking over. He's taking over Sean Lee's spot as the leader of that defense. But yeah, man, I seen him they had McGregor out there warming up in his suit, and they said, you're gonna go in for Dak. So he said, where the fuck is Dak? So yeah, it's pretty good, man. Except for he's left-handed, and left-handed quarterbacks never amount to anything. Maybe Boomer Esiason. Can't think of any. Oh, excuse me, Steve Young. Lee got to go. Yeah, I'm good with Sean Lee. Bye, Sean Lee. See ya. Past 2 weeks is the real deal. Yeah, I'm good with that. He's making too much money to be riding the bench. I'll be surprised if he joined Jalen Smith in the Pro Bowl. Maybe it's possible. But Jalen Smith definitely deserves to go for sure. Jalen Smith, DeMarcus Lawrence, for sure. Definitely going to, obviously, Zeke. Zach Martin. Jeff Swain played good today, man. I've been happy with how Rico. I seen a Rico sighting today. Rico's a big dude, man. My dude Rico Gathers. 6'5", 600. Well, you got Jeff Swain played good too, so you have to find a way to get him in there. Just Jeff Swain, he looks good, man. I have no complaints with Jeff Swain. That big dude, the Baltimore. Yeah, for real. He's a big dude, man. Big dude. I'd hate to try to tackle that dude. Yes, all around. Yeah, great team performance. Kudos to the defense. Defense played lights out, man. They made Jacksonville's offense look really bad. And I had D.D. Westbrook on my fantasy, and I started him. He did give me a touchdown, though. And the guy I was playing had Zeke. So when Zeke scored, I was like, yeah! We tear the Eagles up. Not Eagles. We got to get to we got to beat Washington first. Let's beat Washington. One game at a time. Let's beat Washington first. Washington's not that good, man. I think we could beat them. Just got to keep pressure on Alex Smith. We keep pressure on Alex Smith, and we'll be okay. And you got your boy next week, Josh Norman. Big Mouth Norman. Kevin Kirk, you talking about oh yeah, Rico? Yeah, I'm with you. They did beat the Panthers. Barely. letting Zeke get paid somewhere else. He's gonna be. So remember in 2014 when we had DeMarco Murray and we ran him 975,000 times, and we're like, we don't really want to re-sign him because we don't want to sign him to a big contract because he's got a lot of wear and tear. That's where we're going with Zeke. When his rookie contract is up, we're gonna be like, he's a great running back, but he's got a lot of wear and tear on him. And remember, in today's NFL, man, they don't really run. You don't find those running backs generally that carry the entire load. A lot of times, they usually have a 1-2 punch. Once Zeke is gone, Dak is doomed. Not necessarily. I mean, if we draft a running back, let's see, next year will be Zeke's fourth year, 16, 17, 18. Yeah, will be his fourth year, and I think it'll be his contract year next year. So you can draft a quarterback, but I wouldn't have a premier back. I would have a running back by committee, like Tennessee did with DeMarco Murray and Travis Henry, Derrick Henry, Travis Henry. He can, but like I said, he takes a lot of punishment, man. It's only a matter. It's not if, it's when. When is he gonna get injured? It's just a matter of time. That's why we have to minimize how much punishment he takes, because he takes a lot of hits. Like Le'Veon Bell doesn't take a lot of hits. Like he, for the most part, is smart. He would have to be one hell of a stud because we had one good back and that did look good though. I know. So I mean, who are you going to resign? Are you going to resign Dak? Are you going to resign Zeke? Both? None? Brian, who are you talking about? You're talking about Le'Veon Bell? Or are you talking about Zeke? Bo is gone, man. We cut Bo. We cut Bo off of the practice squad when we signed somebody else. Yeah, Zeke is durable, man. But like I said, dude, even Adrian Peterson was durable for a long time. But Bo Scarborough's gone. I think somebody else picked him up. No. If Dak can do that with one game against a team who looked poor last week, no, absolutely not. And like I said, he didn't. Do you want your quarterback to run the ball 11 times a game? I mean, yeah, we won the game, and I don't want to take anything away from that, but I'm just telling that's not what you want from your quarterback. You don't want your quarterback to have more carries than your running backs do. But that's just me. I wouldn't want that. I got people chatting me, nitpicking. I don't think he answered anything, man. Like I said, I think the defense kept us in it. He missed some throws today. I would say out of his, how many completions did he have today? Let's see. I think he had 17 completions today. And I want to, how many catches did Cole Beasley have? Let me check this out. Cole Beasley had 9 catches today. He was targeted 11 times, had 9. I bet you out of those 9, 7 of them he was wide open. You could have hit him. So no, I don't think he did. He didn't make a lot of tough throws. Go Boys, go! Holla holla! Shit, I don't think Bo's with the Jags. Yeah, Bo Scarborough's gone, man. Funny thing too, because in the preseason, he had a good game, and people were like, "Oh, 1-2 punch with Bo Scarborough and Zeke," and I was like, "What about Rod Smith? Like Rod Smith played amazing last year, considering the fact that he was backup. Why are you just going to boot him out?" And they're like, "Oh, they're going to get rid of Rod Smith. We're going to keep Bo." And I was like, "Bo might not even make the roster." And then sure as shit, nope, did not. He had one to Beasley on 3rd down where he was getting hit and threw Beasley open. Just doesn't. He also hit Beasley on 1-2, and if he would have had better placement, Beasley would have been able to get some yards on it. And that's the one thing on Dak too, is like his placement. He never hits guys in stride. They either have to stop or they have to be in some awkward position. Yeah, 11 carries. Dak Prescott 11 carries for 82 yards. I don't know if that's gonna. You want him running? I don't know, man. I don't want my quarterback running that much. That just opens yourself up for injury. But yeah, everybody else, Tavon Austin, he's such a gimmick player, man. I wish he could catch. I wanted to see the hundo for him though. 2018 Vic. Don't get me started with Michael Vick, man. Michael Vick. I had an argument back in 2005 about Michael Vick, and I was telling my boys, there were a lot of them. There were probably like 10 of them, and some of them were from Hampton Roads, Virginia, or Newport News, Virginia, where Mike Vick's from. Big Mike Vick fans, and I was telling them that this was in 2005. I said Tom Brady is a better quarterback and will have a better career than Michael Vick. Oh my God, you should have heard him in 2005. They were like, oh no, they weren't trying to have it, but I guess I was right. Yeah, I know. I mean, like I said, Brian, Brock Osweiler had 395 yards passing and 4 touchdowns today. Brock Osweiler. So one day we'll get there. I just want consistency from the pocket. I just want him to be consistent from the pocket. And in 2005, I would have been on the other side too. No, not me, man. Even then, I was like, running quarterbacks they're not gonna make it in this league. And Mike Vick was atrocious from the pocket, man. He was terrible from the pocket. Hearns, he could have had a touchdown. I don't know what the hell happened on that. I don't know if he didn't see the ball. I was like, turn around. The ball's I have no idea what happened with Hearns on that play. A lot of people were upset about benching him. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if we cut him, not because of that play, just because he kind of lit a fire and then he's not really backing it up. So I don't remember the second one. I remember the one in the end zone, and it looked like the ball was close to him. So I don't know. No, he's not a good pocket passer. Neither was Michael Vick. Michael Vick was terrible, worse than what Dak Prescott is now. But Michael Vick could run a 3.8 40. So. But he took a lot of hits too, man. A lot of unnecessary hits. Trying to make plays. Ramsey, pick, no pick. Oh, yeah. I got you. Yeah. That was a good defense by Ramsey, though. I mean, it's Jalen Ramsey. One of the best to do it. He's hurt, though. He's banged up. Mike Gallup, he only had 1 catch. 2 targets. I mean, so if you look at the stat line, Jalen Hurts had 5 targets, no catches. Cole Beasley had 11 targets, 9 catches. I mean, if I'm a defense, I'm like, okay, so D-up Cole Beasley. I don't have to worry about Jalen Hurts because he isn't going to catch it anyways. I don't know what happened, man. I don't know. I have no idea what that's about. Yeah, I don't know what's going on with Jalen Hurts, but I know Cole Beasley had 11 targets. That's hilarious. He's the smallest guy on the field. That's funny. But Cole Beasley was open, man. Gallup is for real. He's a rookie and showing flashes. You know, what's funny is I wasn't necessarily big on Gallup, but I wasn't down on him. And over the last, 4 weeks, everybody's been like, oh, Gallup is trash. Gallup sucks. So now he, makes a couple good plays. And I'm not saying you, but people are like, yeah, Gallup, yeah. I'm like, jump the gun too quick, man. Little Jordan Humphreys from Texas. Is that what you want? You guys want to go out and get Amari Cooper? I say no to that one. Amari Cooper's about to be traded. Oh, we saw today. That's Dak's game. Right. I get used to it. Is he? So the good one, let me ask you, how far is that going to get us? How far are we going to go with Dak throwing 180 yards and running 11 times a game? Are we going to beat the Rams? Can we beat the Rams like that? I say go out and get Justin Herbert. I think Hearns is better than Bryce Butler. I don't know what happened to Hearns today, but if we got this D, we can go far. But we got to have safety net. So even if we have this D, this defense isn't going to shut down Drew Brees. There's no way. I mean, I just can't see that. I think Drew Brees is still he's going to have success against this defense. Is he overrated? Is this defense going to beat Jared Goff? Can we stop Jared Goff? Dak has to play like he played today. It's always easy when you play, and that's what our success was in 2016. It's always easy to play when you have a lead. When you're up 14-0, 17-0, it's easy to sit back there and dump the ball off, or it's pretty easy last week, Dak. Right. That's what I'm saying. Dak last week or any week prior to today, we're not going anywhere. And you can say, oh, but we ran the RPO. Is that RPO going to work when you have an offense that's going to put up points, right? So if we're down 14-0, are you going to be running run pass option? I just don't see it, man. You got to throw them more than 200 yards. Yeah, I would take Justin Herbert. I haven't even seen him play in the NFL, and I would take him over Dak Prescott. But that's just me. Overrated? I don't know. He hasn't played it down yet. I know that there are 3 or 4 rookies right now that I would take over Dak Prescott. I mean, I would take Baker Mayfield. Looked like shit today, but I would take Baker Mayfield over Dak Prescott. I would take Josh Rosen. I would take Sam Darnold. I just think they have a bigger ceiling. Playing a bad team just around the screen. They're not bad though. They are not terrible. I watched their game the other day, overtime. Actually, so the kid that plays for Oregon, CJ Verdell, the running back, played for the team. So I live in Chula Vista, California, and he played out of a private school there. My school played him in his senior year. Yeah, Mayfield's a beast, man. So is Sam Darnold. He played today. He played well today too. I think he had 300 and something yards and 4 touchdowns. I don't know what their plan is though. I don't know what they plan on doing with even if Dak Prescott isn't the answer and Cooper Rush isn't the answer, I don't know what their plans are for Mike White. I don't know, man. I think it all depends on how we finish the season and where we finish. Thomas Lee, I think it depends on where we finish and how we finish the season, whether or not we get a quarterback before a receiver. I mean, need to get a coach before we go get anything. So Jason Garrett's not going anywhere. I don't think anywhere. I think the Joneses made it extremely clear that starting over is not. Yeah. Well, Jerry says that Dak is quarterback for the future. Yeah, I mean he said that about Dez Bryant before he cut him too. I don't. And then he also said that Romo's the starting quarterback of this team. So when Romo's ready to play, he's gonna start. And then we see what happened with that. I don't think that Jason Garrett's going anywhere. Married to the family. Yeah, I don't think he's going anywhere, man. But I do remember Jerry Jones saying, this is Tony Romo's team, and when Tony Romo is ready to start at quarterback, he's going to be the starter for this team. Remember that? Oh, my God. That did look like he sucked it against the Jags, but it's Benjamin anyways. Oh. So tired of the same feeling and aura around the team. I just can't. The thing that kills me is like one win, and everybody's like things are changed, things are different. Forget everything that happened in the past, and like, bro, we won one game, right? We're gonna be in the same situation next week if we lose. Like, people will be down, and everybody will watch my videos and be like, yeah, you make sense, and then we'll win, and then they'll be like, oh, you don't know what the fuck you're talking about, and I'm like, all right, man. And I've been consistent throughout, wins or losses, I don't care. I'm not fair weather. I call it like I see it. Coach ain't going anywhere. We might as well Thomas Lee. We might as well get that out of our head. I don't think Jason Garrett's going anywhere. I think he's trying to establish. He wants to start his own Bill Walsh, where we just develop these coaches that go out and win. I just don't think he's going anywhere. I'd be surprised if he fired Jason Garrett. His style is different. All we want is Jags have number 1 defense till today. Like I said, do you think we can beat the Rams playing like we played today? Will we beat the Rams? We can go to the Super Bowl with Dak. I think if Todd Gurley got hurt, Jared Goff got hurt, Carson Wentz and Nick Foles got hurt, Matt Ryan broke his leg, Drew Brees broke his neck. I think we can go to the Super Bowl. I think so. I agree. Rams look unstoppable. I don't see how we could beat the Rams. Not playing offense like we play. I don't care how great our defense plays. We're gonna have to match. They're gonna score. We can't stop them to score. We have a shot, but I don't have faith that this is who we are. So I think it's a combination of both. I don't want to take away from what our offense or what our defense did and what our offense was able to do. But as good as we looked, the Jags looked just as bad. Not today, not just today, but last week also. So it's like, what's going on with Jacksonville? Because they looked like shit last week as well. So if they would have played great last week and shut out Kansas City, and then we play them today and we blast them like this, I would be like, yeah, okay. But they played like shit last week too. Thomas is not married. No, he's not. We wouldn't even beat the Falcons play. That's gonna be tough too, man, because the Falcons throw the ball all over the place. And guess what? You're gonna have Calvin Ridley one-on-one with Anthony Brown, and I like Anthony Brown, but he's gonna get toasted by Calvin Ridley. One-on-one. They throw the ball a ton. So those teams that throw a lot scare me. Even Andrew Luck. I don't want to say Brown is garbage, man. He's just not he's never in position. How about that? I like Anthony Brown. He tries, man. Oh, wait till he plays against Calvin Ridley. Calvin Ridley is a monster. I have him on my fantasy. He got hurt today, though. Hurt his ankle. But I'm sure it's nothing major. I mean, then who's going to be on Julio? You're going to put Byron Jones on Julio? Then you got Mohamed Sanu, Austin Hooper. He does try, man. He tries hard. I like him. I like his effort. He reminds me a lot of I don't know if you got how old you guys are, but we used to have a corner back in the 2000s named Mario Edwards, and I was a huge Mario Edwards fan. And Mario Edwards was amazing, but he was like a step too slow every single play. He was always there, but he was just a step too slow every single pass. But I loved Mario Edwards. I like AB, man. AB is a beast. But yeah, I used to love Mario Edwards. Garrett Clapp. I seen Garrett getting pissed today at the official, showing some emotion. You guys remember Mario Edwards, number 27? Came from Florida State. His son plays, I think his son plays like D-line or something. O-line maybe. I don't know why we didn't get Gordon. I love him. I love Gordon, not Amari, and any other receiver until we get a quarterback and utilize one. I kind of agree with that. Amari Cooper has butterfingers, man. I don't want Amari Cooper. I would take Josh Gordon over Amari Cooper any day of the week. Amari Cooper, he doesn't have great hands. I would take Chad Johnson before I take any of those guys. Even though he hasn't played in 5 years, I would, in a heartbeat, take Chad Johnson. But who, though? I mean, who is there to get? And how many times has that actually worked out for us that we went out and got somebody? Even Terrell Owens, did that really work out for us? I mean, he put up numbers, but and then Josh Gordon, there's nothing guaranteed with that guy, man. When's the last time he played a full season? I love Josh Gordon. And then if you can get him for the right price, sure. Are you going to be able to keep him contained? Like maybe in New England, because I don't know if there's a lot to do out there. Yeah, no, Josh Gordon, when he plays, Owens. Yeah, but I mean, how does that help the team? We didn't go anywhere. I mean, so if we're just talking numbers and you're talking drawing a crowd for the fan or whatever, sure, for the fans, sure. But we need somebody that can, you know who I'd like to have? Adam Thielen, man. That dude is ridiculous. That dude, he's about to break he's got 6 straight games with 100 yards. He's going to break the Jerry Rice's record, watch. I think it's 1,800. Yeah, he was bad. Like I said, I would take Chad Johnson. I'd take Ocho Cinco over any of those guys right now, even at 40 years old. I still think he can play. Yeah, Terrell Owens was a cancer, man. He was a me guy, except when he said, "It's my quarterback." Then I was like, "It's my dude. It's my quarterback. It's my teammate. That's my quarterback." I was like, "Yeah, stand up for your boy." Yeah, he's up there, man. I love me some me. Do you know what happened to Ochocinco? He got in a confrontation with his wife, and that's when he got out. Yeah, I do remember that. I was in Miami. I used to live in Miami, and I was in Miami when that happened. It was like he had a TV show, and he just came from like Cincinnati, and he just got signed by Miami. It was like right after. It was like during preseason or something. I remember when that happened. Boys can beat the Rams. The boys have a top 5 defense. Remember, boys had them at A&T Stadium till General Lee got mentioned. Had who? The Rams? Yeah, but the Rams are not the same team, man. I hope we can, but the Rams right now look like a machine. Yeah, the Rams are not the same team. But yeah, I was in Miami when he did that, when that happened, and they were filming Hard Knocks that year, and I don't even know what happened. And then nobody would pick him up after that. It's like you can rob a bank, you can get arrested for making terrorist threats, and you can come back in the NFL. And I'm not condoning domestic violence, but if you get busted for domestic violence, Greg Hardy, I'm surprised he got another chance, but that was Jerry Jones. If you get busted for domestic violence, you're done. You can do pretty much anything else. Domestic violence, no, because then you're gonna have all those women's rights activists, and that's not what Jerry Jones wants. The Rams are 6-0 and they're looking lights out, but I don't think Cowboys have enough offense. Yeah, I don't think we could. I'll be honest. I don't think we could beat the Saints right now. I don't think we can match them offensively. I did watch Hardy's fights. I'm glad he's doing well, man. Like I think everybody deserves a second chance, man. And I wish he would have got. And I think what killed it from him, because he got a second chance after his domestic violence, but remember, it was thrown out. He was never convicted of anything because she didn't show up in court. But when he had that blow up on the sideline and he smacked the thing out of the assistant coaches, then every team was like, nope, can't have that. This guy's a loose cannon. Yeah, Chad Johnson. I love Chad Johnson. I follow him on Instagram and Twitter and Facebook. And that dude's he's so cheap, man. McDonald's every day. He drives his everyday driving car is a smart car. I like Chad Johnson. Good dude. But I think everybody deserves a second chance. Even Chad Johnson. Or Colin Kaepernick. I'm surprised Jacksonville hasn't called Colin Kaepernick because Blake Bortles is terrible. Good night, Thomas Lee. Peace out. Man, I gotta work tomorrow. I'm about to just quit. I think I'm just gonna call in and quit. Working's for fools, man. I'm waiting for Gregory to work out for us if he doesn't have himself a game. So, I seen him today, man. I'm with you that though. Listen, if we cut Randy Gregory and if we cut David Irving, I don't care. I'm no skin off my back. I will not miss either one of them. And I only say that because they've both been a headache, and I don't think that they've been a good return on their investment. Oh, man, why would you do that to me, Cowboys fan? Oh. Neither. I'd rather have neither. I would take Colin Kaepernick over both those guys, even though he wasn't an option. Irving is a monster. He is a monster. I love Irving, but is he worth the headache? Suspension after suspension after suspension, missing practices because personal reason, missing games because of personal. At some point you just have to cut your losses. Let somebody else deal with them. Because like I said, it's not like he's getting 15 sacks a year. Yeah, when he's on the field. Yeah, when I agree, when he's on the field, but like I said, it's not like he's getting 15 sacks. What did he get? Like 5 sacks is his max? 6 sacks? Just don't know if it's worth it. I'd rather have Terrell McClain back there if he's going to be there every game. You really do us no good when you're always gone. And then what message does that send to the rest of the locker room when you're constantly suspended? Gregory the same too. Like if you were putting up big numbers, that was the Jimmy Johnson way. Like if you produce for me, I'll keep you around. If you don't produce, you screw up, you're gone. That's how Jimmy Johnson was. Oh, you fumbled the football? Oh, what's your name? Oh, you're out of here. Oh, Emmett, you fumbled? No worries. Still not sold on Dak. If that's a statement, I agree with you. If that's a question, no, I don't. I'm not. Everything you're saying is on point, but it's hard to walk away from someone that plays the game. I hear you, man. I hear you. Like I said, it's tough. You got to isn't consistent with his play selections. Why? Why do you think that is? So we came out and it seemed like we had 2016 plays, right? We were running plays that we weren't normally used to. You know, our little dump off passes or screens. Is this Scott Linehan? I don't think it is. Remember, he came from Detroit. They had a sophisticated offense. They used to put up big points. Matt Stafford used to throw for 300-400 yards easily. Why is Scott Linehan now all of a sudden being inconsistent with his play calling? Do you think maybe Dak can't – I'm not going to say he can't learn, but he isn't grasping it the way maybe he should? So we have to script the first 10 plays, and then after that it's like we have to go back to what we know? No, I don't want Amari Cooper. He's got butterfingers, man. If he's not doing anything in Oakland right now. I've seen his stat line. No, I'm good on Amari Cooper. I would pass. Not worth the money. I don't think he's worth the money. There are other receivers out there that I would like I said, I seriously would rather have Chad Ochocinco Johnson than Amari Cooper. Yeah, he's bad. He's got butterfingers, man. He drops a lot of passes. Needs Tony Romo as quarterback coach. That's the difference between the rookie year. Maybe. But Tony Romo doesn't throw the ball. I mean, he can tell him where to throw the ball, but still got to throw the ball. And then if you're Tony Romo, remember Tony Romo is still on Dallas Cowboy payroll. He's making $8 million a year this year from Dallas, sitting in the booth. And remember, Tony Romo works 1 day a week. I look at Dak and he don't look over the field. He doesn't look over the field. I don't think he's ever done that. I don't think he's ever done that. I think he's always been true Linehan offense and try to put huge points never come. Yeah, I think that's what I'm saying about Scott Linehan. If you're telling me that Scott Linehan doesn't know how to run an offense, I think you're crazy. I think he knows how. I think he's working with what he has, and that starts at the quarterback. And I don't know for sure. I'm just speculating. Maybe Dak doesn't grasp the offense the way he should. Maybe if you've ever coached, right, and you had a kid, like I had coached for years, and I had a kid, a quarterback who just wasn't necessarily the brightest. And I'm not saying Dak's dumb, but he couldn't remember stuff. He couldn't remember routes. He couldn't remember positions, and maybe that's it. And then that's it, 1 or 2. And then, even when he's in the pocket, it's like when that pocket starts collapsing, he's looking for a way out. He doesn't necessarily look that. He just doesn't look comfortable. I have a video I'm going to make, and one of his on his scouting report out of college, and you'll see what I'm gonna make that video tomorrow. You'll see. He just doesn't look the part, man. And that's what I said in my one video. When you watch Deshaun Watson in the pocket was collapsing around him. He would slide. Eyes were still forward. He would just slide, and he looked as smooth as butter, man. I can only assume that Dak is limited as to what he can remember and what he can do on the field. And I think Scott Linehan knows that, so he's not trying to overwhelm him. That's the only thing I can Watson is a beast, man. That dude is legit. And it's crazy because his rookie year, DeAndre Hopkins didn't even want him starting. He wanted Tom Savage to start. I remember he was lobbying for Tom Savage, and then Tom Savage had his little seizure on the field, and then Watson came in. But he didn't want Deshaun Watson. He wanted Savage because Savage would just throw the ball to Watson on every play. Every play. But I like Deshaun Watson. That dude's the truth. But yeah, my thing is, I think if I had to guess, I would say that Dak Prescott doesn't understand the playbook. If we just got a report out of college before the draft, Dak is still having same exact problem. I'm going to make that video tomorrow. Same problems. And it's crazy because he's like, okay, like I'm going to prove you guys wrong. Same thing. And some people never get past that, right? Sometimes that's who you are. That's what you do. And you can blame it on coaching. How do we know that right now in AT&T Stadium, Kellen Moore isn't out there working with him? How do we know that Scott Linehan isn't out there on the field working with him, working on his craft to get better? And you're only as good as you're going to get, right? You can practice as much and as hard as you want. You will never be, like for instance, Gilbert Arenas practiced free throws all the time. He used to practice. I don't know if you guys know Gilbert Arenas. He used to practice free throws right and left-handed. He never shot 100% from the field. You still have a limit to how high you can get, how good you can get. And maybe Dak Prescott is maxed out. Maybe he's peaked. Especially when you have guys flying at you and you're trying to, sometimes your brain only goes as fast as it's going to go. Great leader. He has great leadership abilities. Great leadership abilities. Look at Drew Brees. He doesn't have a big arm, but he still makes it work, right? So you have to work within what you can control. And how you hire a backup quarterback. No, listen, don't blame. So this is for NGE say. Don't blame that on Kellen Moore, man. That guy wanted to be the backup. I guarantee you this is what happened. They went up to Kellen Moore and was like, hey, listen, we're going to cut you. But what we want, you have a great mind. We want you to be the quarterback coach. So don't blame it on Kellen Moore, because I'm sure if it was up to him, he'd still be playing backup quarterback right now. And I think he's trying. I don't think, even when that happened, I was like, oh, how do you go from working under somebody to now that you are teaching that person? I didn't understand that, but don't blame Kellen Moore. That's not his fault for that. I'm sure he's trying his best. And he'll get better. But remember, Wade Wilson was a backup. He was never a starter. He was always a backup quarterback. Of course, he had the experience, but he was never a good quarterback. Just like Jason Garrett was never a good quarterback. Right? I don't know. I don't know what he can teach Dak. You know what I mean? Like, it'd be different if it was Romo who had the experience, but Kellen Moore doesn't necessarily have that experience. He has like 1 or 2 years more than Dak, but I know. But like I said, I bet Kellen Moore has made more than a couple phone calls to Tony Romo to get advice. And I bet he's trying his best, you know what I mean? But it's not his fault. He was offered a job, and if Dallas would have cut him, no other team would have picked him up as a backup quarterback. No way. He had a noodle arm too. But Dak needs I don't know if it's of course you always need to be coached. I don't know how much work he's putting in. And I don't know how much work the coaches are putting in with him. And that's the thing that we don't know and we won't know. At the end of the day, bad play calling puts good players in bad situations. You can't play Dak like you would play. Right, you're right. Okay, so the Zeke and Darren McFadden thing, kind of similar. They're kind of the same type of backs. But I understand what your premise is. And that's I explained that in my video about the analogy I used about the puzzle, right? So you already have pieces in place for Tony Romo, and then you have to put Dak Prescott in, who is not Tony Romo, doesn't do the things Tony Romo does, can't do the things Tony Romo does, who has his other strong points, which would be for him, I guess, the RPO or the read pass option, which Tony Romo would never run. So now you're asking the entire offense to change for Dak Prescott. Then you're asking the offensive coordinator to install a system that he's not even familiar with. Because I don't remember Scott Linehan ever running an RPO. I mean, that's a relatively new concept as it pertains to NFL. So now you're saying Scott Linehan completely change your offense to an RPO style offense. And he's like, what? An RPO? What are we in college? I just don't understand why we drafted Dak Prescott to begin with, because he didn't fit our system. So that was kind of like a weird pick for me, like a completely different quarterback than what we had. And I know they didn't intend for him to come in as quickly as he did, but they knew eventually that was going to be a possibility. So I don't understand why Dak Prescott was picked. And I almost feel like we picked him because over the last couple of years, I mean, we've picked quarterbacks, in the 4th, 5th, 6th round, and they like Kellen Moore. They've just maybe he was undrafted, but and they've never amounted to anything. We'd keep them for a year or two, and then we'd release them. And it's not uncommon for us to do things like that. But I'm with you. I mean, you would have to you have to change the entire offense around, put different players in there, and with the run pass option, you're not going to need a Des Bryant or a 1,000-yard receiver per se, or a number one receiver, because your offense is no longer focused around one guy or one player, with the exception of Zeke. But Zeke's a beast. But who knows, man? So one win. We haven't won on the road yet. I think we can win next week. Defense still has to play the way they've been playing. You think Dallas Cowboys are going to go to Super Bowl? I don't think we're going to get there until Jerry Jones dies. That's when I think we'll get there. I think Jerry Jones has been cursed. I think he made a deal with the devil years ago when we got our 3 titles, and I think he's cursed now. That's what I think. There's no way you should pass ball. Do that every time. 3rd and long, medium situation. Don't do that. I don't know. Zeke was pretty ineffective for the first half. I think he had like 15 carries for 50 yards or something around there. So he wasn't too effective. They just had to get a little more creative with what they're doing as far as getting Zeke the ball. And then somebody else had said before about running Zeke with a fullback. He never runs with a fullback, so just got to get a little creative with what we're doing and how we're getting him the ball. I don't have a problem with passing. I prefer. I mean, obviously we're a run first team, but we have to get other people involved as well, like Rod Smith. We need to get him going because we might need him down the stretch. So the penalties killed. We didn't have any. I don't think we had any offensive holding calls today. But normally this season we've had a couple, not a lot of tosses at all. Did I see any today? No, not a lot, but I'll tell you what, we give them too many as screens. Like, teams are waiting for that. We had that one today, and Dak looked lost. He was like, wait, the defender's on Zeke? What am I supposed to do with the ball? That's what he ran all the way to the other side. I was like, they knew that was coming. I mean, that's what we do. 3rd and long, screen to Zeke. 3rd and long, screen to Zeke. Just got to get a little more creative. I don't know what authorities Dak has at the line. You see him go up there and he's making changes, but I don't know what he's actually doing up there, or if he knows exactly what he's doing. You know what I mean? Just got to get creative. But like I said, is that because of Dak, or is that? I don't think it's Scott Linehan, man. Like I said, man, in Detroit they had a prolific offense, man. That offense would. Matt Stafford was throwing for 4,000 plus yards a year under Linehan and Calvin Johnson. That offense the passing game was ridiculous. So I don't know what the holdup is. I have to assume that Dak is the issue in some form or fashion between him and Scott Linehan, because Scott Linehan, he's already proven that he can install an offense. Oh yeah, I don't know what's up with that. Remember that year with DeMarco Murray? Was it DeMarco Murray? Well, we would do those draws all the time, and we would get yeah, I hear you. We would do the draw, and we would always get like 7, 8, 9 yards on the draw. That thing was nasty. Maybe that was Marion Barber. I used to like that draw play, man. That was good. I can't remember the last time we did a draw, but we didn't have. That wasn't Scott Linehan. That was I don't even think that was Jason Garrett. That was before. I don't know. I don't even remember who our offensive coordinator was then. But yeah, I do remember the draw play. The draw play was good. We need to get the draw play. We need to get the toss, some pitches. How about a flea flicker every now and then? How about a trick play? No, I'm joking. Actually, we could do one with Tavon Austin. Was it Murray? Yeah, I remember. I think we did it before that too. I think we did it with like Julius Jones, like in 2006, 2007. We used to do that draw play with Julius Jones. Yeah, we need to get we need to get a win this week against Washington. Win one on the. Listen, if we keep going, if we win every game at home and lose every game on the road, you can forget about it. We just wasted our entire season because we're not going to win in the playoffs. And 8-8's not going to win the division. Not going to win the division. And if we don't win the division, if we get in as a wild card, We're not gonna sign Dez back. Bad move. Time to move on from Dez. I love Dez. I think we should have never got rid of Dez, but you can't bring him back now. It's like breaking up with your girlfriend, and then after you cheat on her, and then or you guys cheat on each other, and then hey, let's get back together. It's never the same. It will never be the same. Plus, he won't be happy. He's not going to get the ball the way he wants to get the ball. He's not going to be happy. I want Dez to go to the Saints. That's where I want Dez to go. Play for Drew Brees. Put up 1,200 yards and 10 touchdowns. I would be ecstatic. Yeah, the whole offensive line looked good today. So I don't want to hear anybody say anything about the offensive line because the offensive line played outstanding today. Connor Williams looked good. Lyle Collins looked good. Tyron Smith did really well. Zach Martin, offensive line looked good. And I do want to point out, Cole Beasley said 3 weeks ago when everybody was giving the receivers heat, when everybody was giving them heat about not getting open, he said we are getting open. And I think he proved that today. I think they have been getting open, and they just haven't been getting hit. Tell that to Brett Favre all about coming back. Yeah, Dez Bryant isn't Brett Favre. I just don't think it'll work, man. Let him go do bigger and better things. And like I said, he's not going to get the ball a lot. It's going to be more of the same. Him complaining about bad passes, too much sauce. He did good today. He found the creases in the zone. Like I said, I'm surprised Jacksonville didn't run more man-to-man. But I think if Jalen Ramsey would have been healthy 100%, obviously he's not. They probably would have kept him on Beasley the entire game. But Beasley might have been too quick for him. No, not T.O., man. Get Ocho Cinco. I'll take Ocho Cinco. I would sign him in a heartbeat over T.O. But I don't know if you follow Ocho Cinco. He's been lifting weights, man. His arms are like almost as big as mine. They're pretty big. Connor Williams. Jeff Swain. The Clapper. They're celebrating tonight. They got tomorrow off, too. Then they got to go on the road. They have a stretch. Let's see that stretch. So we go at Redskins, then we come back Tennessee, then we go at Eagles, at Falcons. Those two games are going to be tough. I think we're going to Megatron. He's done. I don't think he has any I didn't think he had passion for the game when he was playing. I didn't like Megatron, man. I wasn't a fan. I'm like, man, you're 12 inches taller than everybody. You should be catching these balls. I mean, he was good, but I wasn't a fan. I respect the other guys like Antonio Brown. You know who I like, and I wish Dallas would trade for? I wish Dallas would get Juju Smith-Schuster. I like him. I'd take Juju in a heartbeat. I would trade Cole Beasley for Juju Smith-Schuster in a heartbeat. And David Irving. I'd send David Irving and Cole Beasley to Pittsburgh for Juju Smith-Schuster. I think he could be a true number one. I'd even take Galladay from Detroit. That guy is going to be good, man. Do you not like Juju? And Juju's young. Juju's like 21. Cole Beasley's about to be like 30 already. 28, 29. Yeah, I take Juju, man. Juju's nasty. And Beasley's a third. He's not even a starting. Oh, geez. So he's already 30. Yeah, I'll take Juju. Juju's 21 years old. Juju. What route can't Juju run? But Cole Beasley can't run every route. Cole Beasley can't even line up on the outside. He is still learning. Juju is. But Cole Beasley can't even line up on the outside. He's a slot receiver. Juju can line up anywhere. Juju's bigger, stronger, probably faster. I'm sure he ran a better 40 than Cole Beasley. He's probably not quicker, but he's probably faster. Juju Smith ran a 4.54. 4.5. I like Juju. Juju's good, man. 40-yard dash. 4.49 for Cole Beasley. I like Cole, man. Don't get it wrong. I just think Juju is younger and he's gonna have he has a lot more to offer. 17 reps of 225. But yeah, Cole can jump, but he's kind of limited to what he can do. But what he does it well. I'll give him that for sure. I love Cole Beasley. All right, guys. I want to go. I got to go to work tomorrow. Good win tonight. I will make a video tomorrow, try to, and get it out. You guys have a great night, and go Cowboys.